Hey, it's John Capora, round one, TCGplayer.com, playing Esper Control on this beautiful Monday morning. And our hand is great, and our deck is great, and we can't possibly lose. We're going to go turn 2 Starfish here, and from there we're just going to cruise to victory. I guarantee it. That's actually not true. We're not going to cruise, but I really like where we're at. We've got a potential removal spell. We've got a very bad card selection spell in Telling Time to help us dig. Telling Time's a bad card in a vacuum, but in Magic you don't evaluate cards in a vacuum. You have to evaluate them contextually, and contextually within the context that is Magic Duels, Telling Time is pretty great. Also, kind of annoying that in Magic Duels you have no upkeep. So, well, you have an upkeep, but you don't have a stop in it. You can't set it to stop during your upkeep so that you can maybe scry with a scryfish. So, that's kind of irritating. Almost Telling Time. We're not going to Telling Time. Okay, Eyeblight Assassin. No need of Telling Time. We'll just keep it there and draw it. We're going to take care of this 2-1 nice and easy. It's going to be great. Yeah, Eyeblight Assassin is going to do a good job of taking care of this thing. So, oh man, I can't say enough good things about Eyeblight Assassin. It's going to be a 2-for-1. It's going to take care of some other creature, and it already took care of one for free. Like, it's great. Can't get enough of it. Alright, Lissalana Huntmaster. It seems like a prime target for Reeve Soul. Fleshbag Marauder seems like a good card to keep around. You know, take care of any errant Gaia's Revenge. Yeah, as good as this deck seems to me, it really kind of can't do anything, can't offer any resistance against Gaia's Revenge. I mean, I can trade my... I'll hammer it with it, but that's... I mean, that card's supposed to be my win condition. So that seems pretty bad. Seems like a bad way to kind of draw it up. So our opponent's playing Nissa. Prime candidate to die to another Reeve Soul. Okay, Dwynen's Elite. I think what I'm going to do here is disperse Nissa, as crazy as that sounds, so that he doesn't get any additional value off his Dwynen's Elite. And then when my turn comes up, I'm just going to attack into him, let him replay his Nissa next turn, and then I can Reeve Soul on his Nissa. Yeah, should be just fine. Hoping, yeah, I guess he would block. I guess there's no reason for him not to block, especially if he's not playing Jagged Scar Archers. Because if he didn't block, he'd just be crashing into my Starfish anyway. Which, no point. He might as well just get my card. Alright, this is a Liliana. Now, really, really, really hope he plays Nissa this turn so that I can just kind of, yeah. Alright, so here I can kill both. I Reeve Soul the Liliana first, and then Fleshbag Marauder forces us both to sacrifice a creature. He sacrifices Nissa. I sacrifice Starfish. So I'm left with Fleshbag Marauder, and he has no board. But he'll have 4 cards in hand to my 2. And one of my cards on top will be Unholy Hunger. So I'll have 2 1-for-1s and a Telling Time. And the unfortunate thing about Unholy Hunger, I mean, it does get any creature other than Gaia's Revenge, but I can only deploy Unholy Hunger at a clip of 1 per turn. And that kind of sucks. And that's a Guild Leaf Winnower. That is an actual issue. I just talked about how good 2-for-1s were for me, and this card is going to be a 2-for-1, and it's going to be 2 good ones. It's going to get a Fleshbag Marauder that I could have won the game with. All right, so let's see how this goes. I guess we've got. Oh boy, there's the cat again. We've got. Oh boy. Unholy Hunger in hand, Unholy Hunger on top of the deck, and we can only deploy them 1 at a time. This is actually a pretty terrible spot to be in. I basically kind of priced into taking 4 here and then casting Unholy Hunger on his end step to make it 2, I guess, and Read the Bones. One of the worst possible cards for me that I could see. If I had a counterspell, I would counter this in 5 seconds, but I do not have a counterspell, so can't really counter it. Oh, man. Yeah, Read the Bones is kind of a nightmare card for me here. The Scry is really huge because it basically guarantees that he's going to be drawing at least 1 spell. And while my real only hope is that he draws 2 spell or 2 lands. So yeah. He's got 3 cards in his hand, 2 of which I assume are spells, but we're just gonna snap off this Unholy Hunger before he hits, because I don't think he's got anything worth casting at 3. So Unholy Hunger was going to hit Guild Leaf Winnower no matter what. Therefore, I might as well just hit it before it hits me. Okay, there's Disperse, kind of a do-nothing card. I have a feeling I'm going to be taking 2 here for a little bit. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll use Unholy Hunger here. A 3-2 is a big enough body that I want to kill it, and also its comes into play trigger is relevant, so I don't really want to take 3. And the fact that he played Shaman there instead of another elf leads me to believe that he doesn't have another elf in his hand. Because if he did, he would have played it first and then played the Shaman in order to try and get more out of the Shaman. So that line of play leads me to believe that he's got nothing else in his hand. He's probably got like removal, if I had to guess. Yeah, boy. Alright, there's a swamp. Yes, cat. I know. Okay. Don't know what the cat is on about, but he's usually pretty noisy. Alright, dude, we get it. We got it. Alright, there is a souped up Kodama's Reach. And this says Pilgrimage. Call me crazy, but I don't think Mrs. Pilgrimage is going to see as much play in Standard as Kodama's Reach did. I know, it's a bold claim, but I stand behind it. Alrighty, taking 2 this turn. Play this card, I guess. Okay. Alright, that's something, I guess. We got I'll Hammer It coming up. Coming down the old pike, and the land to play it. Perfect. I'll Hammer It, so we need to fade a turn worth of good cards that he could play. Ooh. Alright, right, we'll keep him from playing Bone Splinters. It's fine. Okay, so we need to fade a non-Bone Splinters removal spell here. And then, once we do that, even if he draws a Bone Splinters or non-Bone Splinters removal spell, we can just disperse our Alhammer and redeploy it. So his top deck was a 1-2. He can't attack this turn or his guy just dies. So now I guess it's just a race. If he wants to let me take my turn, I guess. He may not be too into letting me take my turn. He does have to take 5 on this attack. Unless, of course, he wants to fog right now. So yeah. He'll take 5. And then I'll take 4 on the crackback. Alright, come on. Oh, and he's gone. He's been replaced by the AI. Great. Okay, wonderful. That is Dwynen. Alright, so I'm taking 6 this turn. And not really going to be able to attack anymore. Gonna have to wait to draw either some removal for this Dwynen. Languish would be great. But yeah, any kind of removal. There's Telling Time. Guess I'll just main phase that since really no reason not to. Ooh, Languish. That's a nice one. And Fleshbag Marauder on top just in case. Alright, well, definitely going to attack here. Yeah, it has reach. Still think I'm just going to attack. Alright, dude. I got it. You're here. You're here. Oh, boy. That is my cat, Roger. He's very noisy. And he just loves to be petted. As his tail drapes over my laptop where I'm recording this. It's kind of hard to see the game state. But what just happened is I got in my 5 damage. I knew he wouldn't block, and then Languish kind of played cleanup crew. It was good. Okay. So I'd like to think that he fogs here instead of just letting me or letting himself go to 1. Maybe he he fogs. Alright, so in 2 turns he is done. Could be that I should have snapped off the Fleshbag Marauder there, but the fact is that with Disperse, I can potentially make it so that Fleshbag Marauder makes him sacrifice the best creature. Like if he hits, for example, a Gaia's Revenge off the top, a line of play available to me is like bounce Dwynen's Elite, Fleshbag Marauder makes him sacrifice Gaia's Revenge. Like Gaia's Revenge is a card I just can't really beat right now. So yeah, I think we're just gonna disperse on the Grizzly Bears and then kill this crazy 1/1 that probably gets pumped for a lot of damage in a game like this where his graveyard's full. So now he's got Grizzly Bears and Bone Splinters against my Alhammer that is named Bone Splinters. So he's got a top deck here, and most likely he can't. Doesn't even play his creature. Interesting. Well, I'm going to 5 you. You're going to get 5'd. Oh, and that's it. All right. Thanks. I'll see you for round 2.